We are trained to listen to the BS. We are trained to listen to the BS. A lot of media groups like to sit down and give us these bold headlines of what certain artists say, and then we have to go read it for ourselves or look at the clip. And it feels like clip culture is killing the way that we take media in. Like, we never get context. We just always want to watch the clip and not get a better understanding about what this person is saying. Kanye has a problem with Jesus. Kanye says he's the one that created the genre for the last 20 years. Cardi B is a cousin to Glorilla. It's just a lot of big, bold text that we always fall into. And we're always commenting on shit when we have no context at whatsoever about what's going on. And the comments are some of the most dumb, ignorant shit I've ever seen in my life. None of you ever take time out to actually look at any of these interviews. And a lot of y'all just want to be popular with the cool kids in the comments. Let me tell you what right now. You don't know these niggas. And they don't know you. So a lot of the comments that you guys put down there, who cares? Your 15 minutes of fame turned into 15 seconds really fast. And I know it's really cool to say dumb shit or be able to kind of comment on something that you think is like really, really cool, or your take is better than the next person's take without any context of what happened in that interview. It's real simple to fall for the big, bold black print. I mean, Megan Thee Stallion said it already. She was like, don't believe that. And I know that's a bad example, but she kind of has a point. Y'all fall for the big, bold black print every time. And these blogs or whatever you want to call them, they're just going to make money off of you continuously commenting or retweeting or reposting. All of that stuff, they're just going to make money off of it. None the wiser. And I'm not saying that we don't need these types of things because, man, we've had those types of things for a very long time. But could you please take some time to understand what context means? Could you take some time to go past the big, bold black print and learn what these people are actually saying? And for God's sake, would you stop taking the clips from these damn podcasters who don't know what the hell they're talking about? They make bold statements because they need engagement. That's what they're doing. It's been the trick all the time. And y'all fall for it every fucking time on social media. I'm not mad at you because you want to comment about it. I'm mad because you don't want to get more context and understanding about what they're doing or what they're saying. A wise man once said, ignorance is bliss. And a ton of y'all motherfuckers is happy as hell. Welcome to the STEM Society.
This, that, what? Love thyself for the millionth time. I probably wrote a million
STEM
rhymes.
Society.
Probably, yeah. New deals on the table, I'm finna finalize. Age well like wine, got me feeling fine. Yeah, God told me that I'm great, I had to see the signs. How he gon' bless you and you ain't even tried. That white girl came with razor blades, read between the lines. Old blocks can't intertwine, this a better life. This a better life. Yeah, I chase years and spar with days, this a better fight. Where did I go wrong? Let me get it right. Get it right. Still grip chrome, trying to make it home when
The
get
STEM
money.
Society.
Party less and work more when looking bummy. You gotta turn up all the fun just to stack them hundreds.
Welcome back to the STEM Society. My name is Cole Jackson. Oh, man, what a week. We had some big interviews, didn't we? Some big interviews, some new releases, a ton of wonderful things. Oh, man, I can't wait to get into it with you guys. Thank you for being so understanding about not having a video on this past Thursday. I just couldn't get anything out because my computer just wasn't going to let it happen. So I had to rework some things around and get some stuff straightened out, and now we have a video. So hopefully this won't happen again, but I appreciate everybody going to Spotify and Apple Podcasts to be able to listen to it, and hopefully we won't have this again, but just want to say thank you. And while we're here, you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Join the society. Be a part of something special. All you have to do is subscribe to the BYNK Radio YouTube channel, or if you rather listen to this in podcast form, you can always follow me on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Very easy to join the society. All I'm asking for is a subscription, a play, a like, a comment, anything you could possibly give me to expound and grow this thing called the STEM Society so we can get bigger and have more people part of the society. Don't be afraid. There's always something good. So if you haven't joined the society, I don't know what you're waiting on, but please join the society. My week has been very tiresome. I am very tired. I have gone through a lot this week, but it don't matter because we still got to get to some new releases, some news, and I have an artist to watch for you guys. So while we're here, let's get to it.
New releases.
So I have an album and 2 singles for you guys this week. Let's go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off right now. Cardi B dropped Enough Miami. The song is okay. She's back talking her shit again. She is on top of it. She is talking shit. She's talking about the ops linking up. She's in her "you guys want to go against me" bag. And I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing. So I'm like, okay, you're still in this like what phase, like what freestyle. So you're still talking about girls who don't like you or women who don't like you, and your ops linking up and they're trying to take you out, and y'all watch out hate Cardi for. Yo, I get it. These other rappers in the game do not like you or they're not fucking with you. I understand. I get it. She's definitely building towards getting putting an album out. So we're not gonna get a date for a while. I set up and watched a ton of Cardi interviews this past week. So I kind of got a feel of like what's going on. I had a problem with them though. Like they felt very manicured towards what she wanted to talk about. Now, it was only 2 that I watched, the one she did for Complex and the one she did with Big Boy. And they were very eerily similar. I haven't watched $1 Million Worth of Game with Cardi yet, which could probably be a lot different or a lot better. But everything kind of goes in the same little wash, rinse, and repeat. You know what I'm saying? Why she hadn't put out an album and how many songs she's got in the tuck and why she's so afraid to put music out. Like it's the basis of all of her interviews. Again, haven't listened to the $1 Million Worth of Game interview yet. I still want to watch that just to see if she kind of loosens up a little bit. But everything feels like wash, rinse, and repeat with all of the interviews. So I don't know what we're getting. And I know that probably sounds a lot. Like how can I put it? Like, are we getting new music from Cardi with this new album, or is she gonna give us like old songs? Like a lot of the comments that I seen about this new song, this Enough song, which is I think she was gonna call it Cardi K. This is an old song apparently, like if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of people are just like, yo, this 2018 Cardi, when we gonna get some new Cardi, so on and so forth. Like, it's a lot of crazy comments. You can find them. What are we getting on this album? Have anybody asked that question? Like, I don't think anybody actually asked that question in any of the interviews. What are we getting? And is this, and I'm not trying to be, I ain't trying to be that dude, but like, are we getting new music from Cardi? Or are we getting some songs that she's had in the tuck for a while and they're just going to be redone? Or like, what are we getting? Like, what kind of energy are we getting from this album? Because again, Invasion of Privacy, great album. Loved it. She came out with all types of great energy. It was what we needed at the time. My question is it going to be new music? And I think that's fair. If you ask Cardi has said in a lot of the interviews, I got about 70, 80, close to 100 songs in the tuck right now. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Is that what's going to be on the album? Have you been, she said all she does is record. So are we getting new music? Or are we getting something that's rehashed? A lot of people feel like this song is a rehash song. I don't know. I don't know what we're getting. That's what haunts me, because if she puts out some new music, if she puts out new stuff that she's recorded, I would like to see what that sounds like and what type of time she's going to be on when she puts that out. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's going to be bad if she puts something out like new, but I don't want to hear rehash songs from 5 years ago. Like, a lot of things have changed, and I'm pretty sure that her way of thinking has changed as well. And don't get me wrong, again, all the stuff that she's been featured on, she just did a feature with Flo Milli on her new album. She did the Never Lose Me remix with, it's like Flo Milli, Cardi B, and SZA. So she's got the raps. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know what we're supposed to expect from Cardi. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just trying to understand the thing. I think that's fair. And I want to hear from Cardi because she has some really fire singles. But if we're getting the same song all through the album on the new album, is that what we want? Again, this song it's all right. It's cool. She popping her shit yet again. It's cool. I've played it like 2-3 times, and I'm just like, I don't think I'll pick this back up. The Like What freestyle was a lot better to me. It just feels similar. Both songs feel very similar to each other. So that's all I'm saying. And we have to realize, I guess if I have these expectations about Cardi, I have to realize like Cardi's more of a brand than a rapper now. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think she earned that. But I guess what is the music going to reflect? That's all I'm asking. So we'll see. It's okay. It's just it's there. It's there. I listened to the Kenny Mason 9 album. It's got 9 tracks. It's 26 minutes in and out. It's fairly quick album. I talked about the two-pack he dropped not too long ago. The album is solid. It's a solid album. I enjoyed Kenny Mason's raps on here. Like, I thought his raps was really good. I liked some of the stories he was telling in a lot of the songs. My problem is I didn't enjoy the features. Like, Baby Drill feature, I didn't like it. V's feature felt like it's just like, hey, man, I needed a V's feature. And then he also had a feature with Toro y Moi, and I didn't understand why, but maybe that's outside of my wheelhouse of understanding why. I thought it was cool that he had him on there, but I'm like, why? What do you need this for? So I had been waiting to listen to this because I really, like I said, I enjoyed the 2-pack he had put out, and I thought this was going to be good. And it's like I said, it's solid, but I just didn't like the features on there. I just didn't understand the features. I didn't like it. Songs that I was most definitely into were For My Jumping In. Money Signs is my favorite song from the whole album. Luminous. I love those 4 songs. Coop killed the production on here, by the way, too. Coop was doing his thing on the production. I thought he did an amazing job. It sounds really good. He was on point with all the production stuff. I just 9 songs, 4 songs out of the 9. You know what I'm saying? And I only went through it one time because I really wanted to go ahead and come in and record. I do have to give it another listen. So far, I'm with 4 songs. That's all I'm gonna say. I like 4 songs off of it. That's not really a good ratio when it's 9 songs on the album, but I do need it. These are all reactions to new releases, so you have to kind of give me a little bit of grace and give me some time to go back through it and sit with the project a little bit more. Again, I'm not really doing a review. I don't do like the 5 stars or the 10 out of 10 or any of that shit. I just wanted to give you guys some reactions and kind of let you know the type of stuff that I listen to and what I enjoy. Again, I wanted to listen to this album, enjoy the 2-pack, give it a spin. It's, for what I've heard so far, it's solid. You're gonna enjoy the production. It's a few songs on there that Kenny Mason is getting off, but we'll see. I have to get more into it. So I got a surprise this week, by the way. Gunna and Offset dropped a song called Prada Dem. One, I think it was cool that Offset decided to join Gunna on a song. So I guess he's ingratiating himself back into the hip hop community. I think that's dope. The song was just okay to me. Like, it was okay. It wasn't anything groundbreaking. I kind of went through the song like 2 times. It was all right. It's not the single that he dropped in February. In February, he dropped a song called Bittersweet. Way more substance in that song. It just felt different. It felt more like something off of A Gift and a Curse, and that's what I was looking for when Gunna started dropping singles again. Prada Dem is just, a lot of people are praising this song. I'm just gonna say it's okay. It didn't impress me. Offset verse was okay. I think everybody's like, oh, he's got another one on his hands. I think he did better with Bittersweet. If you didn't listen to the Bittersweet single, go listen to that. That is way more closer to A Gift than a Curse. And I don't know if, I feel like Gunna's gonna drop another album this year, and if he does, he ain't gonna match what he did last year with A Gift and a Curse. Now, a lot of people are split on this, and a lot of people feel like A Gift and a Curse wasn't good. I'm not one of those people. That was one of the best albums of the year last year. I think I put that in my top 10. I think it was like probably number 4, number 5 out of my top 10 last year. That album was great. And I went in with really low expectations, and that album blew me away. Still play some of the songs off that album right now. But for some strange reason, him coming out with a song with Offset just didn't impress me that much. I don't know what I was looking for. It was kind of a surprise too. Like, I always try to keep up with what's coming out on Friday. And next thing I know, on my timeline, it just popped up and was like, Offset, Gunna and Offset, new song. And I don't know, man. The song's just okay for me. I really enjoyed the Bittersweet song from February a whole lot more. I'm not saying don't listen to it. Give it a shot. I know a lot of people are already just saying, yo, this is it. He's got another one on his hands. I beg to differ. I think the song is just okay. It's regular. I think he could have waited. I just feel like he could have waited. Now I'm kind of figuring out, I'm trying to wait and see what he's going to do as far as like an album is concerned. Because I think he just dropped 2 singles in 2 months. So we have an album that's probably going to drop around July. I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped an album in July. I'm just saying, why not? So don't be shocked if he puts something else out. Don't be shocked if he has features on this album this year too. Again, A Gift and a Curse, no features. He killed that album. I don't know what it's going to sound like with him having features on the album. I don't know if it's going to be forced. I don't know how people are going to feel about it, but we'll see. So I know some more albums that came out that I really need to listen to. There's a UK artist by the name of Scraps that I got to listen to. Like, I have to listen to it. Apparently, he is like killing the charts over there in the UK, and I got to listen to this dude. Flo Milli dropped a project that I want to listen to. Party Next Door dropped a single, and I'm not the biggest Party Next Door fan, but I'm going to listen to the single. I have to. And Boss Man D-Lo, he dropped his album as well. Everybody's going crazy over Boss Man D-Lo. I want to see if he can hold an album. I may talk about it on next week's show on the Thursday show. I may talk about it on that. And Chief Keef's new mixtape with Mike Will Made It. I have to listen to it. I've been waiting on it. I just been so busy I couldn't get this music in, so I have to make sure I get that in soon. So that might be some of the stuff that I talk about next week. But before I move into news, let me just say this. A lot of you artists are playing these streaming games, and I'm catching this shit. I'm not going to name who it is, but man, it's mighty funny. A lot of y'all are coming out with acapellas and instrumentals for your songs these days, and y'all are looking to do some other shit. I see what y'all doing. I see the play. I see the streaming games that y'all are playing. Come on, man. Come on. Go and look at some of your favorite artists right now and look at what they're doing as far as acapellas and instrumentals. And this is basically the new streaming game that people are playing. I think the last 2 years it was just doing deluxe. This year it's instrumentals, acapella. Oh man, I want you guys to make a beat to this so they can steal y'all shit. But you're not smart, you're not savvy. A lot of these labels or a lot of these artists are trying to pull some of these streaming games, and I'm catching you doing this shit. It's funny as hell because 2-3 years ago, nobody would have put out an acapella or a fucking instrumental. You would have laughed if somebody would have said put out an instrumental or an acapella. Now look at you. Damn near everybody's doing it now. And it's funny to see what y'all are trying to do, but I just wanted to call it out. I see y'all. I see what you're doing. I see the play. You're slick, but you ain't that slick. You are not that slick. Get the fuck out of here, man. With that being said, let's get into the news.
The STEM Society.
Is a gateway to a new day and the same hate with a new height and the same feet on an airplane yelling Mayday with a good girl going bad girl who went gay because a day
the STEM Society
for the US because they got us all in the same state of mind brain is minimized but me on the news only criticized revolution will never be
House of Representatives are trying to pass a bill to ban TikTok. And I know you guys are just like, Cole, this is a music show. I know it is. I'll get to that part really quick. Let me give you guys what the news is about real quick. I'm going to read the story that I got from NBC. So the U.S. is hoping to force TikTok Chinese owners to sell the app to fight a ban. America believes that China can impact the national security, free speech, and the social media industry. TikTok is owned by ByteDance. The U.S. would hope for a sale within 6 months. Users have slated the U.S. bill would alter their businesses and content creators as well. Others believe could cause political problems for young voters in the election year. That's a point. So there's been a couple of lawsuits filed. There was a lawsuit filed in California Superior Court stating that the social applications are purposely designed to be addictive to children and teenagers. They're citing that the continued use of social media is a public hazard, and the advisory calls for parents, healthcare providers, and more to take action. Also, in New York, Mayor Eric Adams is saying, quote, over the past decade, we've seen just how addictive and overwhelming the online world can be, exposing our children to a non-stop stream of harmful content and fueling our national youth mental health crisis. And I just thought it was the migrants that did that. Terrible joke, I know. This has been a big deal. I know President Biden said that he would sign off on the bill if it made it to him, so on and so forth. I try not to bring these types of things to the show, but it does affect other people, other areas of music, and it's crazy. But I really wish they would have caught this 4 years ago. If they really didn't want this to happen, 4 years ago, they should have did it. You know, this was brought up in 2020. This is not the first time that they've tried to kill off TikTok. The problem with what that I'm having is it's way more important shit that we got going on for us to be trying to worry about TikTok. That's just my personal opinion. I just feel like us trying to ban an app because of its connections to China doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But what do I know? I'm just a nigga with a microphone and a camera. So it is what it is. But I'm trying to give you guys an idea of why TikTok is important to music. I know. Sometimes I could be a bit of a hypocrite. Today is one of those days. But it's just one of those things where I read this 2023 Billboard article and got some stuff from it, and this is what I found. So TikTok actually keeps a lot of music relevant. If you guys haven't realized, artists are able to capitalize from the songs being played on TikTok, and they can actually capitalize on older music that they've had, which is good because if they want to bring out some more music, if a song is popular out there right now, that's a plus, man. Being able to have your music still being played on TikTok and then actually rolling out new music, a lot of artists have been able to capitalize off of that. And they've actually been able to have great rollouts because of that. I think that's very helpful for mainstream and independent artists. A ton of these artists, if you want great exposure, and again, you want to get paid, but exposure helps with getting paid. But if you want to get that, there's just a whole demo on TikTok that can expose your music or actually get you to where you need to be. There's a few artists that we can actually say actually benefited from TikTok. I know Doja Cat was a TikTok. She came out of TikTok like crazy. We see where she is right now. And for what it's worth, whether you believe it or not, Lil Nas X got big off of TikTok as well. So it's some examples of people being able to get exposure, capitalize off of it, and actually get a career. Because if you guys don't know, Doja had been in the game for a minute. She had been making music before this whole wave of popularity that she got. She did Bitch I'm a Cow and went crazy, and now she's like this superstar. So it does have its privileges, and it does help with certain situations. She couldn't get a contract to save her life, and now look at her. So it does help for us to be able to have these types of social media platforms, because this is your opportunity to get exposed to a crowd that you probably never would have seen ever before. And again, I'm still going to stick next to what I said. You do want to get paid from this. Don't think exposure is the only thing that you need from this whole situation. But what I'm saying is, when you take away something like TikTok, you're taking away another point of music discovery that we don't have anymore. If you listen to the show a few episodes ago, I was telling you, man, SoundCloud's going away. They're going to sell SoundCloud for $1 billion maybe this year. People are not really going to Bandcamp like they used to. We don't have the outlets. We don't have enough outlets to be able to have music discovery. And I think that we need apps like TikTok to be able to help get more people exposure and get discovered, if that makes sense. I think there's a lot of independent artists that deserve to have the attention that a lot of the mainstream people have. And some of their only outlet is TikTok. Like, think about that. Like, people don't look for music anymore. They don't. People are lazy. They want to just have it handed to them out of nowhere. And it's sad, but it's a true thing. And taking away TikTok is taking away another portion of being able to get discovered. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm always going to vote for an artist to get paid before they get exposure. But this type of exposure, you can't get it from anywhere else. You can't. Nobody looks for music anymore. Nobody digs for it. There are certain situations that just happen because somebody on TikTok made a video with their song, and it just helps an independent artist grow. I think taking this away is going to hurt. It's going to hurt independent artists more than anything else. A lot of independent artists don't have the backing to be able to go on tour like they need to. A lot of the time, artists don't have enough exposure to get to certain producers and songwriters. On top of that, if we think about it, a lot of producers actually get a nice piece of exposure from TikTok as well. It's not only just artists or rappers or singers or whatever the case may be. There are some producers who actually get their break from actually TikTok also. So it is a beast. It is a beast, but it's a beast to actually get you exposure and get you discovered. So one thing that I did find a negative, and it's going to happen in every genre. I can't just give you all the good things. TikTok is responsible for having more one-hit wonders or one-song wonders than we've ever had before. And this, like I said, this was a 2023 article I found on Billboard. Like, when they were trying to get rid of TikTok then. This was a whole year ago. This was in March of 2023. Now, yeah, of course, there are going to be a lot more one-hit wonders or one-song wonders or whatever the case may be. That's just one side of the music industry that's going to be there. Like not everybody can capitalize and be a superstar. TikTok has been one of the biggest platforms to help independent artists, and I know everybody can't make it, but I really feel like this is just, it's asinine, man. It's stupid. What are we doing? What are we doing? For all the things that's happened so far with Universal Music Group and TikTok and all of that stuff, it's still a place for music discovery. Typically, the demo is 12 to 24-year-olds on TikTok for music discovery. That's a big chunk of people who don't go look for music or don't think about seeing some of these other sites to be able to find who they want. A lot of time when they hear it on TikTok, then they'll try to find it. It's crazy. But that's usually where you can find the younger demo, and that's where you can get your music exposed to them. I'm bringing this to the show because I don't want to lose another platform for music discovery. It just makes a whole lot more sense to be able to have as many platforms, no matter if it's TikTok, no matter if it's Even, no matter if it's Bandcamp, no matter if it's SoundCloud. I want the artist to win at the end of the day. And I want artists to be able to have a place where they can be discovered and have their music discovered. It's very hard for independent artists to be able to make all of this stuff and then not even be able to be discovered. When you get rid of TikTok, you're getting rid of another platform that they can have to, they can use as a tool to move people towards their music. And at the end of the day, if you're a smart artist and you're a person that understands how that works, that's what you do. TikTok is just another tool, just like anything else. So all I'm saying is the ban is not super important if you ask me. I think this is way overblown. It's kind of stupid when you think about it. But two, when it affects independent artists, and I know I know the big three, the big corporations, they have their hand in it, but there are some success stories when it comes to independent artists having a breakthrough when it comes to TikTok. Taking away another form of music discovery, man, just don't feel right. And it don't seem good. And y'all can say what y'all want to about how that app is for dumb people or whatever, but there's a lot of independent artists that's eating off of being on TikTok and actually getting some extra people buying their music because of it being exposed there. So I just want to, just to put a cap on it. Can we just let that shit go and figure out how to get better, how to make our economy better, how to make sure I can buy groceries? Like, these are things that make more sense than killing it off. And we shouldn't even be worried about TikTok like that. It's way more pressing issues in the United States other than a fucking app that people dance on. It's stupid. It's just stupid. There was a whole situation with Kanye West, YesJulz. YesJulz got fired. YesJulz got fired, and she's supposed to be getting sued for $7.7 million. So apparently she violated an NDA that she didn't sign. I know. How do you violate something that you don't sign? At crazy Kanye West camp. So that violation was caused for her to be sued for $7.7 million. This is ridiculous. YesJulz revealed the back and forth she had with Milo Yitzhakis. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spell his last name down here, but I'm not gonna pronounce it or try to say it anymore. So I'll just put it down here and you guys figure it out. But Milo, they had a back and forth. YesJulz revealed this email via Twitter and kind of shown some of the things that were said. I'm going to read some of the things. This is going to be interesting. Let me see if I can get my privileged voice on. Dear Miss Goddard, enclosed, please find a letter and statement of account from your time with Yeezy. Fines incurred to date as a result of your NDA violations come to $7.7 million. You gotta just love rich white folks. While you are a contractor, I suspended enforcements of this debt. It now falls due. Hassan from the compliance team will reach out for information about payment. Please, not any further violations will occur. More fines. I don't know what that means, so who cares? Because you are being terminated for cause, but also because you forgot to sign your contract, your termination is effective immediately. Then he followed up with, obviously, you're fired. So she actually put this out and talked about this on Twitter. And I have to say, this is dumb. This is dumb. Don't worry, I'll get into the shits afterwards. Hold on. So YesJulz actually spoke about Milo and his disrespectful speak about fans. Did you guys know this? Yeah, Milo Yelagakis. I can't pronounce his name. This is what he said about me. So she showed emails showing Milo calling the fans Down syndrome mega fans and development disordered. So apparently she held a Twitter Spaces to get ideas from fans about the rollout for vultures or what they can do more to support vultures. Now, me personally, I think that's actually a good idea. Who knows better than the fans about what they want from you? I don't know if I've said that sentence correctly, but it sounded good in my head. But that makes sense. You get on a platform like Spaces, you talk to people. I don't know if you guys have ever been on Spaces before, but yes, that makes perfect sense. Talk to the fans, get a better understanding of what you want so you can give the feedback to the artist, to Kanye, so he can say, okay. A lot of times, let me just be honest with you guys. A lot of times, yes, Kanye tries to weaponize his fans against companies. I am not going to discredit that at all. But I do feel like Kanye has a point when it comes to trying to help the fans or fulfill the fans' needs. Say what y'all want to, but putting everything on his website for $20, I don't see anybody else doing that shit. And I know there's a lot of people. I seen some dude talk about a shirt that he got, and I canceled my order because I was going to get the same shirt. Cancel that shit because I didn't want no ill-fitting shirt. Just not my style. But the Yeezy Pods, all that stuff being $20, I feel he clearly there's fans out here who have a need, who want the merchandise, who want the merch, and he's fulfilling that by making it $20, making it affordable. I don't see a lot of other artists that's doing that. Say what you want to about Kanye. Again, I don't see a lot of artists making their merchandise, their merch $20. It just ain't happening in this day and time. A lot of people are gonna bleed their fans dry, and I feel like he did a good thing by doing that. So this is what Milo said. The Used team is not thrilled to be associated with this. He's speaking about the Spaces. I'm not sure what it's even about. Apparently, there was a pretty strong negative response to some Twitter Spaces or something. Surely the last thing we need is bright ideas from Down syndrome mega fans on social media. Half of these obsessed mega fans online have developmental disorders. I'm very much not a fan anyway of the fake sounding tell us what you think outreach. Feels atrociously off brand for Ye and needs a rethink. I've read about this guy, and boy, is he a looker. He's something else. I don't know why he's on the team. Okay. So even after all of that back and forth, even after everything that's going on as far as like her being sued, her being fired, all of this stuff happens, she still is supporting Kanye. Here's what she said. Anywho, I say all that to say none of this BS drama should be the focus right now. We are witnessing history in the making. We have an opportunity to help one of the most iconic artists of our time fight for the equity that creatives should have always had in their art. An opportunity to finally dismantle the label system and build a new one where fans and artists are in the driver's seat, reaping the benefits and profits as they should. That's what Ye is being number one this time around means. That's why rallying the fans is so important. Fuck an NDA, sue me. You know what? So reading this story and kind of going and checking other stories, it just felt like she was doing her job. And Milo Yellowkalukas basically was being a a-hole. Now, I don't want to say the type of things that he is into on this show because sometimes YouTube don't want you to say that kind of stuff. So I'll just let you guys look up his name and look for yourself. It's nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. Kanye, you continue to take 5 steps back. Now, let me just tell you this right now. I am going to forever be a fan of Kanye West, man. I support Kanye. I just think Kanye is just one of those people that he has really been a gem in music. But you continue to put yourself in dumb situations to keep you from making money and being this billionaire that you set out to be. And it's kind of getting tired, man. Like, can you please find people who are like smart enough to actually help you instead of taking you 5 steps back? Like, this is ridiculous and it's stupid and you're doing dumb things to hinder your success. You're hindering your own success. You're stepping on your own feet. And the problem is you're flying too close to the fucking sun to realize that your fucking wings are going to melt and you're going to fall into the damn ocean. Cut out the bullshit, man, and find some people that are going to be in your corner that's going to help you be successful. You get on these platforms and you complain about people who don't see your vision or people who are trying to take you down or people who are consistently trying to do wrong by you. You talk about these major companies, but at the end of the day, you stab yourself in the fucking leg because you hire dumb niggas like Milo. He has none of your interest in. If you think this man has your interest in mind when it comes to this type of shit, calling your fans Down syndrome, and get out of here, bruh. What's your problem? What is your problem? You make it really hard for people to root for you when you do stupid shit. If you're watching Kanye, thank you. If you're not, I'm sorry. You're doing dumb shit. Stop it. Stop hiring people and putting people in your fucking team that's not going to help you be successful. What part of the game is that, my nigga? Like, seriously. Do you feel like you're going to be successful with having niggas like Milo on your team? Clearly, YesJulz has no problem with supporting you consistently, even though she doesn't want to come back after this whole situation. I read a story with John Monopoly. If you guys don't know who John Monopoly is, look him up. But he's going to be managing you again, helping you go on tour, which is good because John Monopoly was a person that was on your side. He was a positive person in your corner. But at the end of the day, get these people out of your fucking, get them out, man. Get them out your camp. If you want to win and if you want to be Walt Disney or Steve Jobs or all these niggas that you keep quoting about, get these dumb fucks out of your damn camp and do better. People are really rooting for you out here and you fucking it up. You are completely fucking it up, man. You're fucking it up. Every time you move forward and you make money, bro, you take 5 steps back every time. Every fucking time. And it's kind of stupid because you're arrogant and your goddamn ego is so big it can fill up a fucking skyscraper. Sit back, figure out who's going to help you with this whole situation and change your strategy. You are an independent artist now. You can't have dumb people in your corner trying to help you move this shit forward. If you want to be successful with this, as you claim you want to be, then you have to get these people out of your fucking camp and do better. It just makes sense. You can't reach these goals with people like that on your team. And God, thank God that YesJulz is still really rocking with you like that. Because if I'm being honest, if I have a nigga emailing me some bullshit like that, best believe we gotta have a conversation. And I know a lot of people are going crazy over the I invented the genre. I've created this type of style. And I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact quote, but I invented the genre for the last 20 years and all this. I know people are going crazy over that, but I really would like for people to actually watch the Big Boy interview to kind of get a better context. I'll be real with you though. That was bold, and that was he was putting himself out there. And I kind of get what he's saying, but come on, Kanye. Calm the fuck down. Calm the fuck down. But it's Kanye, and he says shit like that. But the interview he had with Big Boy, if you guys haven't seen that interview, please go watch it. He and Ty Dolla $ign have this interview, which is probably one of the more, if I'm being honest, one of the more contained interviews he's had in a very long time. But he kind of gets into a lot of different things, subjects when it comes to his music, his art, what he's doing, how he was out of here, and what he's hoping to become. But when you see shit like this between the YesJulz and Milo Yiannimalakalunzus, you doubt a lot of things that he has hopes for. I want him to be successful, and I want him to win. Kanye West is one of the biggest artists in the world. And he got there, you know, the way he got there was crazy, but he's here now. I would ask anybody to just take time out to watch the Big Boy interview he had. I thought it was really good. Even Ty Dolla $ign was talking a lot about what was going on with Vultures. Do that. But at the end of the day, man, I really hope Kanye figures this shit out and gets these dumbass people out of his team, out of his camp, and get a better understanding of who he is and what he wants. Because as long as you got shit like this, you're never gonna win, bro. Let's just be honest. You're never gonna get to the place you want to get to. But everybody going crazy over the big bold black print. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get context. Understand more. Stop going off of these clips and being this. Stop thinking that you know everything because you listen to a clip and not really get the full interview. That's all I'm saying. One of these days we'll figure it out.
We're fit 4 or 5 in it.
The STEM Society.
GPS so you're not misguided. Hey, internet money. Pull up in the whip, fit 4 or 5 in it. GPS so you're not misguided. Run with me, you can go where the sky is. Tell me what you want, girl, don't be silent. When you with me, girl, you feeling lightened. Don't be
The STEM Society.
Artist to watch.
So this week for my artist to watch, he's actually been out for a little while. His name is Osbe Chill. He's out of Compton, California, and he just dropped a song that's called God Willing. And I've been listening to him on and off since 2019. What was the first one? By Any Means. The name of the album, I think it was an EP. The first EP that I heard from him was called By Any Means. And I got to be honest with you, he was raw. Like, he was one of those raw rappers, just kind of giving you everything that's going on. And he was just saying it in a way that was just, like a nigga from Compton would say. So the story goes that he did get signed to a label, and I think he immediately got dropped because I don't think his albums came out, or I don't remember the whole full story about it. But he's been independent ever since, and I've still been listening to him on and off. And he has gotten still a very raw rapper, but the stories that he tells now, or the stuff that he's been going through, like, he gives you a really big slice of life and what he's been going through, just maturing. So an album I want to recommend for Osbe Chill is called Harsh Reality. If I'm not mistaken, it came out in 2022. And if you want to get started just kind of listening to his catalog, that's one of the newer albums that I would think that you could get started on to kind of get a feel of who he is. But Osbe Chill is one of those artists, man, where, again, the delivery is very tough and rough and raw, but the message is so good. There's a lot of substance in what he's saying, and I appreciate that. And again, I've been listening to him since 2019, and he's only grown better as a rapper to me. So with that being said, please, I'll put his stuff in the description. His name is Osbe Chill, and he's out of Compton, and he's a rapper. He's an artist that you need to know about. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on social media, and go buy his music. Go buy it. You know how I feel about that. Go if you like his music, go buy his music. It's only right. Thank you guys for showing up again, but it would be even better if you joined the society. That's right, folks. Be a part of something special. Join the STEM Society. Join the society. Be a part of a group that's growing every day. I want you guys to be able to enjoy the content that I'm giving you. And if you don't enjoy it, that's cool too, but share it. I'm only asking for a play. I'm only asking for a listen. I'm only asking for a share. No matter how you feel about the content, share it with somebody. Oh, I like this shit, or hey, I hate this shit. But whatever side you fall on, just let somebody know. That's all I want to do. I just want to grow this. With that being said, guys, I will catch you on Wednesday. Peace out.
Have a crib big, it's like a church. Going straight to
The STEM
heaven,
Society.
it's like a church. My first ride in the Phantom was with my homie Lil Wayne. Now I got one myself and I'm riding in my own lane. Me and my brother got labels and got them both on my chain. Jet life, nigga, Taylor gang, yeah, it's all the same. Then I flew out to Memphis with a pound of some champagne. I partied with Dolph, then flew home to my vault, smoking one and celebrating.
Thank you for joining the STEM Society.
Porsche, better never falling off. Here forever be a boss, and I never switch the